is a world champion.
Back-to-back edition of Heat Live. That is your final score. It took every single game in the last 2 rounds to get it done, but when it was said and done, the Heat were on top. 95-88, a magical night, a historical night. We will get to it all. Kristen Hewitt, Joanna Gomez, Eric Reed, Tony Fiorentino, John Crotty, yours truly, Jason Jackson. And oh, by the way, I just had a moment to talk to the 2-time champion. Number 1 in your heart, number 1 in the program, Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh, it took everything from everybody. Sometimes it was offense, sometimes it was defense. The last few games, you have been a defensive monster. Did you transition your mindset there?
Yeah, you guys are giving me way too much credit. I just try to do what I can do, man. It was a rough game for me today. I was feeling that it was happening at the wrong time, but my teammates picked me up. They just kept believing in me, and, you know, I was going to put some kind of print on the game, and I just wanted to be reliable on defense somehow.
How amazing was it to see some of your teammates like Shane Battier, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James elevate everything so you guys could be in this spot?
Total team effort. Those guys, they have guts. I wouldn't want to be any other place but with those guys in this kind of moment, and you know, they played phenomenal. Shane, he wasn't shooting the ball well all playoffs, and he waited to the right time.
How does this sound? Chris Bosh, 2-time NBA champion.
It sounds right.
Yes, it does.
It sounds right.
We'll celebrate, brother. Congratulations.
Will do.
Would be Batman, the greatest player in the world today. LeBron James did what he had to do, and he was beautiful from the edges. He shot the ball 10 times from 3. Remember the number we talked about all year when the Miami Heat make 10 threes? Well, he took 10 threes. He made 5 of them, and they were enormous, leading the way to a wonderful night of 12 of 32 shooting from three-point land, on way to an NBA MVP performance of 37 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 assists. He hit a little over 50% tonight, 12 of 23, on way to the victory. But his leadership, his basketball wisdom, and his flat-out domination of this wonderful world game was needed tonight to get it done. You got to remember, a little ways back, it was in the early portion of the Eastern Conference Finals when Coach Bolster said, nights like this type of dominant all-time performance might be necessary to get to the title. Coach Bolster knew what he was talking about, and LeBron was perfectly fine delivering on this night.
Daring him to shoot long-range and mid-range jumpers. LeBron got to a comfort zone of knocking down those mid-range jumpers. He had the mismatch he wanted, the taller Tim Duncan. He knew he could beat him. Backed him off, created space, and then pulled the trigger. And that's where they really were trying to force him to be. They didn't want him getting all the way to the rim and causing havoc on top of the basket or setting up his teammates. They forced him out there. He stepped up big time. 5 of 10 beyond the arc. But look how open he is. Comfort dribble just to get situated. And look at some of the stuff he did on defense here. This is what I don't think enough people realize. He really impacted Tony Parker with his ability to defend him. He kept him in front, had those long arms, were a factor for Tony Parker. Parker goes 3 of 12 from the field, has 10 points, couple of turnovers, was not able to be as impactful as we've seen in this series. So not only was he scoring 37 points and had 12 rebounds, but his defense on Parker, I think, a huge reason why the Heat win Game 7. And just relax after he knocked that one down. And then it was bombs away. He was confident. He was aggressive. He got to the open area as well. On the driving kicks, he got in the vision of the driver. Right there, Ray Allen setting him up, and his defense continued to be solid on that end and playing a lot of different guys. But the quick catch and release was going. Excellent follow through, and these threes were right on time. He wound up taking 8 shots. They were all beyond the arc, and he went 6 of 8. And they were really at key times, too, Jax. I felt like when the Heat really had nothing going on offensively, they were flat. The ball wasn't moving necessarily, and they all came from penetration and really kicking back out, and he was knocking shots down in rhythm. Look at this comparison here between Mike Miller, the star of the 2012 game there in Game 5 there in the final game, and then Battier. That's pretty ironic, and these two guys are great friends, and they both show up and have big three-point performances when it matters. But Rio was able to get into the open areas and make shots and be a threat out there. He had 14 points. He was 6 of 15 from the field. I love some of these penetrating, probing dribbles where he got inside and caught the big man Duncan flat-footed. They were able to use that pick and roll, and look how he got to the mid-range game there, that 15-footer. I think that's something he needs to keep working on, too. And this floater, boy, that was a difficult shot. The giant killer over Tim Duncan. And look at this thing here. I did not hear him call bank from my vantage point, but that's going to go, and we're going to take it anyway. To finish the half right there. And here, this fourth quarter, everyone again helping out to Wade and helping out to LeBron. And the change of pace dribble lets Rio get all the way to the rim. He did a great job of being a threat, getting to the open spots.
So the 2013 NBA champs are partying in that locker room. Look at them do it. Look at them spray that champagne everywhere. There's more. They'll make more. Pour it all out. Bring us the bottle into the studio. Oh, yeah. Look at that man who did what I just said. Pat Riley has been shaking champagne on people for decades. Ladies and gentlemen, he is a 9-time NBA champion, and he is the president of the world champion Miami Heat. That, my friends, is a career.
Active. They were able to guard their men and force extra passes and pressure those passes with deflections, getting into the passing lane, forcing turnovers, getting guys to play faster than they wanted. They held San Antonio to 37% shooting. They did a good job of converting when they could, so San Antonio couldn't set their defense. And I thought they played the ball handlers extremely well. Look at Manu Ginobili picking up the charge there. Tony Parker, they do a great job on him. They force him into 3 for 12 shooting, and LeBron guarding him a lot in this game. It was a great overall team effort. Look at that, down on his knees. D. Wade hustling and scrapping after this one, but look at the help defense, the rotations. There were certain times where everyone had to take a stand, whether it was Chris Bosh right there on Duncan, LeBron on Parker, or Ginobili. D. Wade did a good job on him at times. Mike Miller getting his hands on loose balls, and Rio, of course. So overall, just a great job on the defensive side.
Another championship, man. This is everything that we worked for all season long. All the sacrifices we done made to each other, dog. Every single day, dog. Every single minute. It's gonna pay off. They say hard work pay off, man. So let's make that statement become true.
Sound on tape full, that's what that means. And here comes Dwayne Wade after LeBron gave the inspiration. He started off early attacking, but a little bit of everything. He wanted to know. He wanted to know, John, if it was all rolling. And it was for him. And then it was rolling for Shane Battier.
Shane Battier stepping up, getting to the open area. Ray Allen finding him there, drilling that first one. And then it was lights out again on the penetration and kick. Quick release. And Shane had it going on. Winds up knocking down 6 of those jimmies.
How about his first 5? And I got one more. Open up your mouth and taste it. It's delicious. Look at that man making it. Reaction. LeBron. Speaking of LeBron, he started his action in the second quarter as well.
That got him going. The transition game. He locked up in the first quarter, only had 4 points, and wound up attacking. And now he's going to go deep. Look how wide open he is. They're daring him to shoot the triple. And he said, all right, looking over to the bench. I'll knock it down.
Dwayne Wade, though, to close out the half, says, toughness is my weakness, and you can't stop me. That's how I get it done. Heat by 2 at the break. Let's go to the third quarter. And you know what? Mr. Leonard can play some basketball.
He stepped up in a huge way for his team. 19 points, 16 boards, and he kind of, to me, filled in all the gaps there. Everyone's so worried about Parker and Duncan. And look at this guy, Leonard, making it happen.
Now let's go Heat in transition D. Miller the rip, to LeBron, to Wade. Crunch it! I want to see this one more time. This is just wonderful. Miami Heat identity.
Why put it down on the deck when you can pass the ball and get it up there quicker? And that's what they do. They covered the entire floor with 2 passes.
Ray might shoot the 3, but he can set it up as well. There was no hesitation. That shot was going up and going in. I need another 3 like I need oxygen. Also like I need a slice of championship cake. I cannot wait till I'm done with this. One more time. Because Shane Battier applied and was admitted to Duke, he is aware that the square root of 9 equals 3. Ginobili would not go down, though. He would not go down quietly.
Oh, that crafty left-hander. Look at the...
Rio at the bank! Oh, my goodness! From Anchorage!
Oh,
hello!
That's where it was from. You're right. No call on the glass there either.
To the 4th quarter we go. He's in the corner. Who's my daddy, Battier? Who's your daddy, Battier? In the corner! My goodness. Parker, little wild shot. This is how good they are. That's how long they've been playing together. Duncan right there for the putback. But then Rio. Oh, Rio. Sneak it! He did it for the layup. And then Dwayne Wade. He's got Tim Duncan. I'm not going by you, big fella, but I'll go over you. Schwackums! Listen to the net anytime. It sounds exactly like that.
Thank you.
Ginobili, though, he's still trying. Putting it up. Vamonos! And then Battier. Seriously, again? Shane Battier, again? Are you kidding me? This man shot the 3 ball 8 times. He made 6 of them, and that was plenty. Duncan, trying to keep it tight. Still got the skills. 37 and still doing that. Are you joking? Nice banker right there. And then Dwayne Wade. I mean, he was attacking, and that's exactly what the Heat needed. Now up 4, and then later. Man, oh man. Somebody tell that kid this game is over. He didn't care. But this was crazy right here, John. Duncan missing in places where he usually doesn't.
Had a point-blank opportunity with the right hook, and then the easy tip, and an overshoots it, and he was totally dejected in this next break, just furious with himself. Couldn't believe that he missed those 2 looks.
Time for the All My Sons move of the game. Cold-blooded. That is a cold-blooded Jimmy. Jimmy is a jump shot. It is wet. It is tasty. It is over. Give it to him again. Shaw Wackums. That man is so good at basketball. My goodness. We are basking in the glory of number 6, playing his best basketball. And ladies and gentlemen, that is a 2-time champion, a 4-time MVP. And now the respect from the coaches, the process, the joy. Coach Popovich, he gives us a laugh. But that man is a great basketball man and knew that this was the Miami Heat moment. And it was once again back-to-back NBA champions. 2 for him, 3 for the franchise. Raise it up, Mickey. Come on, Pat. Put it in the air. Uncle Larry loves Miami. There's that team photo right there. And then the greatest champion to our era's greatest player. Rain your joy upon me. I am LeBron James. Fans, you are champions once again, and we share this victory with you 100%. You fanned the flames, you fueled the intensity, you brought your white-hot excitement and support every single night. You created a sea of white and carried this franchise to a new level. You showed the NBA, you showed the world what home court advantage is all about and how great it is to have great players in your home white uniform. In this, the 3rd championship season of the Miami Heat, we want to say thank you to you, our white-hot Miami Heat fans. We're thankful for your support, your cheers, your emotion, your dedication. For Kristen Hewitt, Eric Reed, Tony Fiorentino, the sweet shooting left-hander out of Virginia, John Crotty, Joanna Gomez, and our entire Sunsports team, I am Jason Jackson. I'll see you at the parade.